Okay, so I was just in the dissection lab. Basically, me and my classmates, we get together and we go in the lab and we basically study the different human bodies. And then after that, I'm here just studying. I'll be here for about 5, 6 hours, and I'm gonna go home. I have an assignment that's due tomorrow, so I'm trying to finish that tonight because we have a long day of classes tomorrow. We have 2 lectures for one class. So I'm just trying to finish everything tonight. It's MLK Day today, and it's a holiday, but I still came to school to review like the body, our cadaver, our donor, and now just studying. And we do have to wear our masks, so that's why I'm wearing this right now. So basically today I'm going to be doing a lot of practice questions for patho, and I'm also going to be going over the anatomy lecture and practicing like the different structures. So it's just going to be like anatomy and patho, and then when I get home I'm going to do my business of medicine homework. Okay, so this is a study room and this is a private study room. So you have your whiteboard, your TV, monitor, I should say. This is it. So these fill up quickly. So these are always full. And this is where I'll be studying. Okay, so whenever I don't know something, I write it a couple of times just to make sure that I'll be able to spell it, okay? So okay, so basically the next time I come across this word, I'll be able to spell it. Okay, so I always just write it a couple of times and just write it over and over again, and then I'll be able to spell it. Okay, so for anatomy, a lot of times the words are not easy to pronounce. So I'm just going to keep repeating it over again. And then usually after I repeat it a couple of times, then I know how to pronounce it. So I'll just sit there and say the word iliocostalis, 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 iliocostalis. It makes me look like a crazy person, but that's usually how I learn to pronounce the words. I just keep repeating it. I write it repeatedly, and then I remember it. So right now, I'm basically listening to the lecture. Every lecture that we have is recorded and is provided online. So I'm just basically re-listening to all the lectures so that I could take my notes, and I'm using like a split screen format. So I have my lecture on one side and I have like good notes or notability on the other side. Okay, so that's basically how I study, and I use my iPad. So I'm drawing it on the screen and doing all that stuff while I'm watching the lecture. So it's really helpful that way. Okay, so one thing that I like to do is get pictures from the internet and put them onto my notes as a way of remembering stuff. So we talked about muscles in our back that help us lean back, and my teacher came up with Fat Joe, that song Lean Back, and that's a way to help us remember it. So I got that picture from the internet and put it onto my notes. That way I can remember it for the next time. So I'll know that the muscles I was writing earlier means are muscles that help us lean back. Aren't you guys? So a really big tip that I have is to make sure you learn your anatomy and physiology. Okay, so learn it the best you can because it really doesn't go away. Like, right now we're getting really deep into it. We have 3 lectures this week. And it's going to be a lot of memorizing. So just make sure that you learn it really well because you're going to see it over and over again if you're in medicine. So it's best you learn it the first time. Also, I think I like PA school way more than I liked undergrad as far as learning goes. Not the fun stuff, but learning because, it's more collaborative to me. Like, everyone's trying to help each other. And honestly, there's a lot that is going into your success. So we have so many different resources and there's just a lot going into making sure that we're all successful. We have access like 24 hours a day. Like if I wanted to sleep in here, I could. And it's just like a deeper learning experience. Just having that cadaver experience where we're able to actually see the muscles. I feel like it helps me understand it a lot more, a lot easier. I think I like PA school way more. Like, it's a lot of work. It really is. But so far, this is week 2. I think it's manageable. You just have to put a lot of time into it. And I think another difference with PA school is that I'm not actually working. So I've been working for a very long time, always had a job, but now, it's frowned upon if you are working. And honestly, I'm not going to work and jeopardize my success because there's a lot of time, effort, money, a lot of stuff going into this. So, it feels nice to be able to just study and not have to worry about work. I think that changes the experience for me, to be honest with you. So it's a good feeling knowing, okay, all I have to do is get up and be a student. But, I'm trying to learn as much as I can because I know that, in the future, people's lives will depend on it. So, I'm trying to balance the best I can. And yeah, I study all day, every day. I do take breaks though. I'm not like a maniac. But yeah, I'm focused. We're going to make this happen. All right, you guys. So the light just keeps randomly going off. So I'm just going to go home now. It's been a great study session. I'm just going to go home and finish studying. Yeah. See you guys next time.